Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy toilet paper roll dinosaur craft.
For today's craft, you're going to need some glue, scissors, a pencil, a black marker crayon or pencil crayon is helpful, a toilet paper tube is helpful, and some colors. Today I'm using orange for the main portion of my dinosaur, and then I'm using a few other colors here to decorate. And you know what? I am missing the color brown. Let me just quickly grab some. Here we go. Look, I just ripped off a piece here, but I have some brown that I am using. Now I'm just going to show you that this is my other dinosaur. So I used green for the main body, and I used orange for the spikes, a little brown for the toes, and some decorations. Today I'm changing up those colors. So just grab whatever colors you would like to use, and let's get started. First thing you want to do is decide what color you're using for the main body of your dinosaur. I'm going to use orange for this one. So to do this, if you have a toilet paper roll, you're just going to line it up. You're going to line it up at the corner. Roll, 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 roll so that you have enough, and then roll a little bit more. So what you want is about 2 extra finger spaces. And then you're going to put a little mark there so you know. Then I'm going to put a little mark on this side so I know where it ends up, and then all I do is draw a line across. I draw a line down, and I'm going to cut that out. Now, once you have your rectangle, you are going to go to the bottom, and let's do about 2 fingers, and then put a little tick. Go to this side, 2 fingers, and put a little tick on there, here, and let's go 2 fingers up is where you're going. So that's about 2 centimeters. So about 2 centimeters. You're going to go about 2 centimeters over, about 2 centimeters over, about 2 centimeters up. It's not going to be perfect, but let's see. Yeah, see, this looks like, ooh, it's actually 3 centimeters here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go over and over. Once again, if you're measuring, this looks like it's 3 centimeters, but if you're using your fingers, it's also okay. This doesn't have to be perfect. Then you just take your scissors and you just gently cut right on that line. Cut right on that line. There we go. Cut on that line. Cut on that line. This is where you're going to put glue everywhere except for, you don't want glue anywhere on this side. So you're going to put glue all in here. Then you're going to glue, roll it over, and just glue everywhere that is not these little flaps here. So you're just going to glue everything that's not those flaps. So don't put it on these bottom little slots that you just created. And then you're just going to put your toilet paper tube down there. Roll, roll, roll where the glue is. And you're going to see here, see how it doesn't all come right together? That's okay. Once you get to that spot, it gets a bit tricky, but that's okay. We're going to take the glue and just put it in this middle piece. And then fold the middle piece in and fold the other one on top. There you go. And then you just take these end pieces and you fold one back, fold this one back, fold the other one back, and my other one's stuck in here. I'm just going to lift it out and fold it back. And there you go. Now, if that was tricky, just take your time, slow down the video, try that again. It is okay. And when you turn it over, ta-da! It just stands up. Now, if you have a little bit extra here, I also like just to fold it halfway in, and then fold this one halfway in. And then when you sit it down, it's so much easier. So I just fold this one. Can you see what I'm doing here? Halfway in. Halfway in. Can you see that? And then when it sits down, ta-da, you have your little dinosaur all ready to go. Now comes the decorating portion, where you have to decide what you're going to do with little toes at the bottom here, the spikes, the decorating on the side, whether what you want for a head and a tail, if you want different colors. I'm going to do the same color. So I'm going to grab my orange and I'm going to make a head. You decide what color you want for your head. And for the head, you don't want it too high, because if the head comes up too high, I find it just flops over. So you do want to be careful. So for my head, I am going to start at the bottom here. I'll just pick a spot. I'm going to draw a line up. So bottom here, draw a line up. Can you see me? So draw this line up. I'm going to jump over. Let's do finger spaces again, about 2 finger spaces, maybe 3 centimeters. I'm going to draw a line up. And then I am going to go into this line here. I'm going to curve. And then curve up and around to the other line. And that's going to be my head. So I'm going to curve up here and around. So my little smile will go here and my eye will eventually go here. Now, did I mention that we needed a little googly eye? I don't know if I did, but here's my little googly eye that I am going to glue on here. If you don't have one, there it is, so cute. If you don't have one, that's okay. You could just draw an eye on. You could use white paper and cut it out and put a little black dot in the middle and glue it on, so it's no problem. Now that I have this, I'm going to cut it out. I'm actually going to use my black marker and just go over top of that little smile. If you have a black marker but you don't have a little googly eye, just draw your eye. And then to glue this whole thing on, I'm going to go right to the bottom of the neck here. I'm going to fold it a little bit. Enough so that I have space to put some glue. Then I am going to go and put it on the top of my dinosaur. Now if it flops over, it means it's probably too big, so that's okay. Just make it a little bit smaller. I'm now going to make a tail. You can do a tail any way you would like. I'm just going to show you mine. I'm going to go back to this straight edge here. I am going to kind of curl up a little bit, and I like my tip to go around, but you could make it pointy. And then I'm going to come down, 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 and I make it fairly thick. I like a thick tail. And then I'm going to cut that out, and that's going to be my tail. To glue my tail on, I'm going to do the same thing, folding that flat edge over, just to put some glue on. This is not so much because I need it to stick up, but just because it shows me where I can put the glue. And that way when I put it in, so I'm just putting it inside my toilet paper tube, I know that where it's going to go. And you could fold your tail out if you like. I like mine to stick out. So that's what it looks like. Now comes the decorating. I think that I am going to put little toes on. So to do that, I am going to make 6 little ovals for each side. I'm just going to show you one side because it just takes a little bit of extra time, but you could do both sides. And to do 6 little ovals, I just fold my brown paper. You could do any color. So I'm just folding it multiple times so I don't have to cut as much. It gets a little bit harder the more you fold, so you might want to only fold a couple times and just draw small ovals and then draw another set of ovals. You could do circles as well and then just cut those out. They're a little finicky. Even if you had a hole punch, you could just use circles and do that. And I'm going to glue those on. So when I'm gluing those on, I like to put the glue just right on the little brown piece and then put it right on that folded piece. Oh boy, now you can see my circles are so small, I don't know if I'm going to get 3. I like to usually do 3, but it looks like I'm gonna have to do more. So I can either say to myself, no, I don't want that, and I can redo my brown circles and make them a little bit larger, or I can decide that I will just put more on. That's the wonderful thing about a craft. It's yours, there's no right or wrong. Ah, stuck on my fingers. So you get to decide. I'll just show you my other one here and give you the difference in what it could look like. I can actually get 5 on there on here. So there's my little toes. And then I would have to do 5 on the other side as well. Here, this one, I did 3. So you get to decide what's going to work for you. And I'm going to do that on the other side. Now these ones look a little bit larger, so I don't even know what's going to happen on this side, whether there's going to be fewer. And once again, you have to make some decisions. Do you like that? Do you want to redo it? What do you want yours to look like? So there we go. Actually, I don't mind the 4 toes. I don't love the 5 toes. So I don't know if it's too late to take them off, but I might take these off and redo that. And then what I'm going to have to do is cut out some more and do that on the other side so that I have them on both sides. So you go ahead, you decide what yours are going to look like. You could make them even larger and go ahead and glue those on. Now that those are done, I want to create some triangles for the top because I want them to be little spikes. So I have to decide what color I'm going to do that in. And then I'm going to make little circles for around the decorating around the outside, both sides. You can use, if you have another little googly eye here, you can make an eye over here and a smile as well. So now it's just time for decorating. When you are doing the triangles at the top, I'll just show you here. How about just going to fold once. I'm going to fold again. I like to fold because then I can make multiple triangles. I'm going to put a little dot at the top here and just go down and down. I'm going to try to make the same size here. Down and down, although you could make them in different sizes. Make a little pattern. So I'm going to decorate, but as I'm doing that, before I do that, I'm going to show you just these triangles because the circles are easy to get on, but the triangles, when you're gluing them, you have to find the tip, go to the bottom, and fold it over a little bit. So you have to make your triangle big enough that you can fold it over because you need somewhere to put that glue. So there's a little space there where it's folded over. That's where you put the glue, and then your triangle can stick, your little spikes can stick right up. For the side, coming off the side, if you want them, you don't actually have to do that. You would just put a little bit of glue at the bottom here, and they would come right off the side. I think I'll have mine coming in from behind though. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut out some circles. I'm going to decorate. So go ahead, you decorate, and we'll see what we have when we're done. So here I folded my paper and I drew a circle. I'm going to cut that out and glue those on, and that's in green. And then I think I will use purple as well. And I'm going to make a little bit of a bigger circle. So fold once, fold twice. That will give me 4 circles. And I can just keep going however I please. And when you are happy with the way your dinosaur looks, then you know that your dinosaur is done. And now that you know how to make one, you can make dinosaurs in multiple colors and designs and be as creative as you want. I've only shown you one side, but you would do both sides if you would like. And there you go, you have a 3D dinosaur. Super, super cute. You can use this as a cute little play toy, a puppet, a decoration, whatever you would like. If you like this craft, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.